Yeah, 20 bitches versus me. This is not a YouTube. Post 100 bands, they tryna watch me just like Hulu. Ooh. Thick chocolate skin, pretty bitch, I call her Yoo-hoo. Yeah. Just I'm getting all that time. Yeah.
Alright, YouTube, man, I'm back. Y'all see, I'm with people, man. This is my family. You know, shout out
K2, you feel me?
K2 right here. Y'all probably seen them in the other videos, early videos. And what's your
Yo,
name?
man, it's your boy Mike Happen, bro. Mike Happen on IG, man. Get at me.
Alright, so, boom. So this is what we finna do, man. We finna, you know, hold on. Let me see the blunt real quick, man. Let me see the blunt real quick, man. Y'all see these bitches right here, man. So look, you know, we finna roll, well, we already rolled up, but, you know, we finna smoke this shit, and then we finna, you know, react to some scary animations. Well, just one. But I'm finna get into this video, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. And
Please subscribe. If you don't subscribe, we can come. Nah, man.
we're gonna come fuck you up, man. We're gonna come fuck you up. But anyways, alright, so boom. So y'all right, paper, scissors, shoot.
What you want to do best out of three?
What it is, twin?
Okay, that's one.
Get on that for real, boy. Come on, nigga.
Oh,
Come on, boy.
what's it?
Come on, twin.
So which?
Hey, that fuck nigga just
Alright, so
snapped
there's
over.
There's two right here. Two right here.
You want me to
Yeah,
What
spark
is
your
it?
shit. Spark your shit.
Right that one.
Oh, yeah.
Right that one. How was y'all day, man? How was y'all day going?
Cooling, man. Shit. Stand out the way, bro. You know it's getting cold outside.
Hell yeah.
Halloween time, bitch.
For real.
You know that, bro.
But
Shit smooth.
I like the cold for real. I fuck with the cold.
Best time of the motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro. I fuck with that shit for real.
Best time of the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's put on the music.
Fucking dog.
Evil girls and drug habits, pills got me geeked out. Searching for a balance, but gotta let me die down.
How's y'all day going, man? I didn't ask y'all about y'all day, man. I was asking them about their day. I didn't ask y'all about y'all day, man. So, how's y'all day going? I hope y'all, you know, enjoying the video. You know, get out here sparking shit. You know, doing whatever. Alright.
I ain't walking in the club if ain't no pipe with me. Pay the lawyer, pay the pay to get a license. Wake up in the bed, see BBLs and hella white bitch. I jumped in that water from the start cause I don't like fish. So much for the bomber. He broke out a run with stone kill boards in his Honda. The block make a nigga use his toes. Bullets getting a couple nigga from.
This is the first one of the day.
Niggas ain't shot back when I clock. Big cow.
I ain't even rock. What y'all think about Waking Day?
Oh, yeah, that's
Niggas get back.
top of
I feel like niggas way higher.
What?
Way higher. Think about it, because if you consume weed, that's the first thing that you do. You ain't brush your teeth, cut the first thing you did was smoke. Think about that.
I ain't gonna lie. When I do Waking Days and shit, it be like, I be like, damn, I wake up, this nigga woke me up one time,
Niggas
right?
steady crying about that damn bitch. Nigga, shut up.
He gonna wake me up. Next thing you know, he said, "You were waking me?" I was like, yeah. No food in my system. I'm more hungry. It's like, it's pros and cons to that shit. Like, I like it.
I feel like it's more pros than cons though, so no cap, because bro, you gotta think, bro. When you smoke, bro, that shit do something to you. So think about when you off the wake up, the first thing, you feel me? Cause you get high as fuck, ain't no really, you feel me? I feel like it's a more of a pro because I feel like you getting way higher. You feel me? You getting way higher,
What's the best strand out there? What y'all think is the best strand?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think they really. It's just me, twin. I know folks said a lot of people that shit, twin, but I don't think these weed plugs really be fucking with the Turks. Them Turks gonna take you up,
orange crush cut.
Purple push pop Turks, and like, I ain't gonna lie. One of the best, see, like YouTubers, one of the best ones who got weed is Flight. That Dutch pack is gonna get you there. Trust me.
But I ain't even try that shit. I do gotta, I gotta tap in with that. For real, I really do.
But yeah, in the comments, let us know what y'all doing for Halloween, though, bro. Let us know like, what's the moves is.
Like, what's the moves? We need all the functions, all the parties. You know the guys popping out. What? Yeah.
Y'all get the blunt too, man.
What?
Y'all get the blunt, man.
Go ahead and get fried. Like, we all getting fried in the. Hey man, I know y'all see us smoking, right? What y'all prefer, Bob Marley's or raw papers?
You know what I'm saying?
You know, because you know we smoke. You feel me? Woods, you feel me? Swisher leaves. That's another question. Do y'all prefer the backwoods or the Swisher leaves? See me, I prefer the woods. I prefer the woods. They purr better, they smell better. You know, when it's a banana pack of backwoods, they smell like banana. Swisher don't smell like Irish cream. You feel me? Like you don't smell Irish cream. You smell Swisher leaves.
But yeah. One thing y'all boys don't know, this nigga can rap, but he don't have no songs out. You know, but we finna play his unreleased, and y'all, you know, just rate it in comments. You know, let him. You know, I'm finna put his
y'all
Instagram.
Y'all boys gonna do me bad now, bro. You feel me?
I'm gonna let you pick which one.
I'm finna put his Instagram and you know, and this shit. It's gonna be in the bio. So yeah. But I think y'all gonna fuck with it. Y'all definitely gonna fuck with it.
You feel me? This is gonna dictate right here. Y'all boys let me know. Don't mind the mic.
What's at the max? It's at the max.
Let's on that hit my phone, I told let's on that road. Hold on, Zay, that's them boys right there. I'm finna swing my dough. Let's on hand smash, don't brace out. Holla at the bitch, try to tap a nigga on in the fro. I'm down, stop on them. You already know. Me and him, we smoking too much. I might fuck around the door. Yeah, we in the function with the shooters. Yeah, we got that poster. What the fuck? Lil' Shorty tried to set me up, but I ain't show up. We spent jump Lil' Hood 3 times. Damn, y'all boys don't even post up. What the fuck? I got this 50 in my pants. I come through tripping and make you dance. I got this fucking Glock and it been sounding like the marching band. Like what the fuck? These niggas on the gutters come through, crack it down with twin head in the front. Say what y'all trying to get this shit going. I left Lil' bro alone cause he was on some simple shit. They brought my brother down for pole. Yeah, they took my nigga bleed. I ain't gon' say too much about that story, but just know Lil' Brad got hit. I left a puddle full of blood. Fuck it, let's go take a dollar. Brad got saved by the bed. Them stitches kept his ass alive. Hey, cuz, not just the rough drive. Cuz, let me know if y'all fuck with it and let me know if I should redo that motherfucker and make it a whole song.
And
we gonna give y'all the music video. But y'all gotta have to fuck with me though, and don't cap me down now. Let me know if it's really hard in the comments, bro, for real, bro. And make sure y'all smash that like button. I told y'all the first time. If y'all don't, alright, y'all gonna see me tonight. Smash the like button, bro, for real, bro.
And make sure you tap that red subscribe button too.
Yes, sir.
And I know you see and I know you see that bell. I'm not playing.
Yes, sir.
You thought I was playing. Oh yeah, you thought I was playing.
You see it right there.
You thought I was playing.
You see it right there. Literally.
The boys who we gas, now we smoke them.
I fuck with that boy for sure.
Y'all hit the second one, man. The second one. Round 2. Round 2 in a bit, man.
So, how you mean? What you mean? Yeah, I'm posted up with my team. I don't give a fuck, got an ARP, that bitch came with a beam. Say my name, I'm blasting. What the hell? I don't give a fuck. Send your ass up. He gon' pass me that little blunt. Man, this shit here get me right.
Alright, y'all, we had to turn off the lights, man, because I felt like it was gonna be better like this anyways, you know, make sure everything dark, you know, so we can actually focus. But we finna get back to it.
I was 13 when it happened. Halloween, the night I learned that some strangers are more than just strange. At the time, My best friend Ryan invited 2 other friends and me over for a sleepover after some trick-or-treating. His neighborhood was perfect for trick-or-treating. A quiet cul-de-sac with sidewalks lined with leaves and woods pressing up against the backyards. It just felt safe, as if small towns had a natural calming presence that cannot be explained, but palpably felt. We tore through the streets, laughing and racing from house to house in our costumes. Our plastic pumpkins sagged with candy. By the end of the night, we had already begun discussing which pieces we'd trade back at Ryan's when we arrived at the last house on the street. The house was different from others. The shutters hung crooked, and the paint peeled down from the siding. The porch light flickered weakly, barely holding on for dear life, but the bowl by the door was empty. So Ryan decided we'd not. A pause, then the door creaked open. A tall woman leaned out, her hair tangled.
Nasty as shit.
That bitch look like the girl on Friday.
Felicia, brother.
Oh, bro, the dumb shot, everything. Oh, he just said might get right. No, that's crazy.
Her skin sallow, and the sour smell of smoke clinging to her clothes. She smiled, showing her yellow
Gold
teeth.
ain't it?
"You kids shouldn't be out so late," she said softly, as if we had done something wrong. We shifted nervously at the sound of her voice. Something about it wasn't right. Ryan broke the silence, asking, "Do you have any candy? Do you have any candy?" She looked at us one by one, then stopped as she locked eyes with me.
What the?
"You look familiar," she whispered, almost quietly enough to prevent my friends from hearing. Her lips trembled like she wanted to say more, but she bit her tongue, and then she disappeared inside. We stood there, frozen. She came back, carrying a shoebox with a few melted chocolates, some loose buttons, and a grimy teddy bear keychain. "Take something," she urged us, holding it out as if we were supposed to trust her. "Keep it," she gestured. We paused. Ryan was the first to speak, vocalizing the hesitancy we all felt. "We're actually good, thanks." We shuffled down the steps, muttering about how creepy she was under our breaths. At least that was the end of it. The only thing was, it wasn't. Minutes later, when Ryan's mom pulled up to drive us home, the woman appeared again, this time belligerent. She ran in.
She's so swole, cuz.
Fuck, I hate this shit, cause I would have killed Shawty guy.
Cuz the way that Glock spit, bruh.
Catch that from down the road. Fuck on the dumb
Oh.
catch it.
Dangerous, but her eyes remained locked on me as she clawed against their arms. I'll never forget those eyes. We couldn't wait any longer. We had to go. Ryan's mom floored the gas, tires squeaking as we sped away. Back at Ryan's, we tried to laugh it off. Crazy woman, right? We began trading candy before putting on a scary movie. The more we joked, the easier it was for me to believe it had just been a weird run-in and nothing more. The house was quiet by midnight, and Ryan's parents were asleep upstairs, so the 4 of us lay in our sleeping bags on the floor of his room. It was around 1 a.m. when the hallway light clicked on. It was glowing under the bedroom door. "Your parents?" I whispered just audibly enough for Ryan to hear. Ryan shook his head. His parents had gone to bed hours ago. There were no footsteps, and no door had opened after the light clicked on. Ryan cracked his door an inch. The hallway was empty, but the light burned. We were whispering about who could have turned it on when Dylan suddenly pointed. "Look." We looked through the big window that gave us a view of the backyard. There was a figure standing in the rain. I couldn't make it out at first, but the moment I did, my heart dropped. It was her, the woman who seemed to foam at the mouth at the sight of me.
She foaming out the mouth.
Okay.
Cuz she's like, I don't know what she look like. She just look off of it. Just off of it. Just on some shit.
By the time morning came, Ryan's mom had us sit at the kitchen table. We could hardly say a word and only played with our food. She looked pale too, with dark circles under her eyes. "I didn't want to scare you last night," she said slowly, as if she were processing what she was telling us as she said it. "But I woke up and I thought I saw somebody standing over my bed. It looked like a woman. When I blinked and rubbed my eyes, she was gone." And that's when the room fell silent. We told her nothing about the woman being outside the window. We couldn't. We were still paralyzed with fear, and we didn't want to confirm her account was real. We didn't have the heart to tell her. We barely ate our breakfast. Going into the backyard when the meal ended, the grass was soaked from the rain. That's when we saw them, muddy footprints leading straight to the back door. Ryan's dad unlocked it, and we all leaned in to see. The prints continued inside, pressed into the tile. 1 step, 2, 3. Then they stopped in the middle of the hallway, with no smears leading away, and no trail back outside. Just 3 perfect footprints, ending. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. And then I thought, what if she's still out there? What if she still wants me?
She a ghost. She a ghost.
Halloween storms always carry extra intensity, as if they somehow match the mood of that day in the year. I remember how powerful the thunder was, the windows rattling and the lights flickering. Even modern conveniences yield to nature, I guess. That night, however, had more to do with the supernatural than anything else. I still get goosebumps when I think about it. My parents were at a party the year this happened, so I decided to have 3 friends over while they were gone. Liam, Sophie, and Josh. We didn't feel like going trick-or-treating that night, so we ended up in the basement playing a dusty old board game. It's kind of funny how we found our...
No way. They went all the way downstairs just to play that double game. They went down there looking for that double, cuff. The double. The devil. Wow. I don't know.
ourselves playing it despite my uncle's warnings. My uncle joked to me once, saying, "Never touch that board, or you'll be cursed." But there we were, disregarding his advice. I thought my uncle was just pulling my leg, so I figured we were safe to play it. We sat around a folding table, lit a few candles because the power was malfunctioning, and put the little pointer at the center of the board. The game was new to all of us. Liam was brave enough to get us started. "Is anyone there?" He spoke dramatically, as if to imply that the task of questioning the board was frightening. The pointer scraped slowly to yes. We laughed out loud. Sophie quipped playfully, "Nice try, Josh," she said. We assumed he was the one who moved the pointer. It seemed as though silly questions rolled right off our tongues. Will I fail math? Will Sophie marry a rock star? The responses from the pointer on the board made us crack up even harder. I almost forgot the storm outside by this point. The water dripping from the basement ceiling into a rusty pan below didn't even faze me. Then, something strange happened. Without anyone asking, the pointer shifted again. This time on its own, it landed on the 2 words, "Behind you." Our laughter was cut short. How did that? Josh turned quickly when the pointer landed, expecting something or someone to be there. All he saw was the furnace looming in the shadows.
Oh, look at it. I hate you.
I knew I saw the pointer move to those words, but there wasn't any logical explanation for it. "Okay, which one of you?" I started. Before I could finish, though, we all heard a heavy thunk rattle through the pipes overhead. Nobody moved a muscle. We all made eye contact, and then Liam suggested, Wind. It wasn't convincing, his voice cracking from the uncertainty in his belief. Old house, right? Then another noise. This time it was lighter, like a shoe scuffing the concrete. What was that? Sophie was the next to speak. But basements don't have wind. She said it intensely, but quietly, as if to get our attention without disturbing someone in the next room. I grabbed the flashlight cautiously, its beam shaky, and surveyed the room, boxes, shelves, and the furnace. Nothing out of the ordinary. "Let's just pack it up," John suggested. "Wait," I said. I had to know. One more question. I placed my finger on the pointer, and that's when I asked the board, "Who are you?" It moved instantly, without hesitation. This can't be good. Stay. Suddenly, the candle flames bent sideways, as if someone had breathed on them to put them out. A chilling draft cut through the room, goosebumps forming on my arms. "We're done," Sophie snapped, standing up as she tried to grab the board. But before she could, we noticed something in the corner of the room that stirred. It appeared darker, like it was just another space in the room, only this was pitch black. And then that darkness shifted, lifting, stretching, and a shape began to take form. It was taller than any of us, and its head scraped the low beams. The others didn't get a clear look at it, but I did. The outline. It had a face, pale and featureless, like chalk. I felt my chest drop. Then the flashlight flickered out. No. I should have listened to my uncle. Whatever it was alone with us in the dark. I heard a whisper. It was Liam, petrified, saying, "Run." We bolted to the stairs, heavy steps striking the concrete behind us. I knew the figure was gaining on us, but I couldn't force myself to look back. John shoved Sophie up the stairs ahead of him, and I was the last one to make it to the ground level. I slammed the basement door. At first, I was surprised by silence. Then the knob twisted. I immediately grabbed it tightly before the door could fully open, as my heart pounded like it would break free from its cage. The figure we saw yanked the door harder than any human hand should. Just when I thought the door would give away, there was silence. I didn't hesitate any longer. I signaled to Sophie to grab the phone in the kitchen. She dialed 911 frantically, informing the operator of what we had just witnessed. My friends huddled in fear as I kept a hand on the doorknob at all times. Minutes later, a police officer arrived, and as if on cue, the power miraculously came back on. We felt dread as the police officer stepped down into the basement, the place from which we had just narrowly escaped. He flicked on the light and began rummaging through the boxes and shelves, peering at the furniture. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. No one was there, at least not anymore. There were no other footprints either. The dusty floor hadn't picked up a trace of other footsteps except for our scramble to the door. The police officer concluded the premises were clear of any other presence, his tone condescending. He looked at us as if he didn't believe our account, but didn't have the audacity to call us liars. After the police officer established we were safe, we dragged out the game to the trash, recovering our wits as best as we could. We didn't say much. It wasn't long before their parents arrived to pick them up. I had to wait in that house alone. My parents were still out, and by this time, the storm had died. The candles had burned out, and the basement door was still closed. That night was hard to sleep. Whatever I saw might still be there. I didn't tell my parents yet, but I decided the next morning I would prove to myself that it was not. As the sunrise illuminated the valley, I looked for the game in the trash. The only problem was, it wasn't there. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Bro. How stupid could you be, bro? How? You was in the back. What am I talking about? Anyways, you was in the basement. You was in the basement with it. And then you throw it in the trash. Nigga just threw it in the
Yo,
trash.
I shouldn't have opened it.
He over with.
Left and right into the rooms I passed, until I reached the closed door at the end of the hall. Slowly, I pushed the door open and found more nothing. I stepped in for a closer look, stopping in the center. I could feel that I was in that room where the craziest things happened, but the floor there was the cleanest in the entire house. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind me. My heart jumped out of my throat, and I turned around. Standing in front of the door was the girl. She walked toward me in the beam of my flashlight as she turned off her own, telling me my other friends had gotten scared and ran outside. They left her alone, so she came to find me.
No way.
I asked her then if we were alone, and she nodded. She looked scared, so I took the light off her face and hugged her. I wanted to comfort her, but where her hands moved after hugging me back for a few seconds changed the mood entirely. I was thrilled and ready. I put my hands on her in return. Then she lifted her head up, leaning in for a kiss. I closed my eyes and kissed her, feeling like I'd pulled off the impossible. Then, through my eyelids, I sensed a flash of light. I instinctively opened my eyes an instant later and saw it again. Behind the girl, floating in darkness for a split second, a camera flash.
What?
I jumped out of my skin. I lost my composure and dropped my flashlight before I grabbed the girl and started to run out of there. She asked me what I was doing, but I knew there was no time to explain. By sheer luck, out, and we jumped into my car. There, I almost screamed. I could feel the presence of people behind me, in my car. But when I looked in the back seat, it was just my friends. They seemed almost as scared as I was, but I didn't ask them what happened. I just drove.
Just said that. Huh?
Once we got back to town, it was clear that the night was shot, so I dropped everyone off and went home. In the days that followed, I tried to get the guys' end of the story. They only gave me vague answers about going off to investigate some other noise, but I could tell they were hiding something. I didn't say everything that happened to me either. I felt like I had dipped my toe into some weird, freaky shit by going into the farmhouse, and I just wanted to forget about it. However, a few days later, I received a DM on Instagram from an account with 0 followers and only 1 post. It was a picture of me in the dark master bedroom of the farmhouse. My eyes were wide open, staring red at the flash, while my hands were all over that girl. Suddenly, it felt like my life was collapsing. Her face wasn't visible, but I was terrified someone would find out who she was and use it to blackmail me somehow. My worst fear was that the account would go viral. With that in mind, I simply blocked the account, told nobody about it, and lost contact with everyone involved that night, praying it would all just go away. Only now, years later, do I feel safe enough to talk about this. I have no clue who else was in that house, or who posted the photo. I still don't know what happened to my friends. I certainly don't trust that girl. All I know is I wish I'd listened to my parents when they told me not to go in that godforsaken farmhouse.
Well, man, shout out to them, man. But this is the end of the video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. I appreciate the new supporters, you know, everybody, you know. But, you know, on to the next video. I love y'all.
All right, y'all boys.
All right, peace out, man.